Hello, people of YouTube again. This is gonna be like my third or fourth. Actually, yeah, this is my third movie review. But I'm just gonna review just the four movies that I picked today, which is the Killing Season with John Travolta and Robert De Niro, which that movie is pretty awesome. It's a really good survival, not much horror, but it's a really good survival action movie. And then, of course, I have The Gray with Liam Neeson. He's my favorite actor. I love that movie, and I like a lot of his other movies. Then I got these two cool movies, Death Race 2 and the third Death Race movie, which I should say, because, yeah, they messed up the Death Race trilogy on that one because, I don't know, it's all backwards to me, but I'm just gonna start off with The Killing Season because this movie is one of my favorite movies and it's pretty cool. Because it has like Robert De Niro as the supposedly he's like a American military veteran guy that comes back from a war, and he's just doing hunting and stuff. And then John Travolta in the movie, he's like this kind of like a Russian guy. I'm not sure what he is in the movie, but he's like I don't know, like some kind of Russian tourist. And then in the beginning of the movie, they were like getting acquainted, and then when they're out and doing a hunting thing, that's when they started to find out more about each other. Why? And he's like starting hunting him. It's pretty crazy. But I gotta say that movie is pretty cool. It is a pretty good movie because it has like a lot of drama into it, and it's a really good survival movie. Almost as good as Liam Neeson's The Gray, but both of them are pretty good survival movies. I gotta say, it's pretty good. Not sure what score I'll give that movie on a one out of 10 or 1 through 10. I would say I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10 because it's a really good movie. I mean, I got this for $5 at Walmart. Really good movie. Two awesome actors. Really good movie. I mean, this movie shows a lot of, like, pretty much a little bit of war and stuff. I mean, it shows a lot of cool stuff in the movie. Then I have Liam Neeson's The Gray, which this movie tells a lot about wolves. One thing you don't want to mess with in the world is wolves because they do hunt in packs and they do kill people a lot. But this movie is pretty good because it has Liam Neeson as the main character, and pretty much he's just like this guy that works at a company. He doesn't have a wife in the movie at all. I think she like died somehow. And he's just alone and he's with other people on a plane. Then after that, they crash somewhere in Alaska, and that's where they deal with the wolves. Because out in basically Alaska is like the most coldest place, second coldest place in the planet, because there's Antarctica that's really cold because that's way down in the South Pole. Alaska is more in the North Pole-ish area where it gets really cold. So that's why in this movie they do a lot of wolves and stuff because they're being hunted by them and they're trying to survive out in the wilderness and stuff and trying to escape from them. A lot goes on in this movie, but it's really cool. Yeah, and Liam Neeson is like my favorite actor. I mean, he's been my favorite ever since he's in the Taken movies, which I like the third Taken movie. That is my favorite one out of his trilogy. But anyways, we're getting too excited. But anyways, the Gray movie is pretty good. I mean, it has a lot of drama in it, and there's a little bit of like horror in the movie. Actually, I should say a lot of horror because the wolves kind of kill people in the movie. But yeah, I think one person survives in the movie, but I'm not gonna say who. But we all know that. Well, I've seen this movie like 3 or 4 times, so I might as well just say it. I mean, Liam Neeson does survive at the end of the movie. they didn't really show anything else at the end. I mean, it shows him fighting the head wolf and then end credit scene. Or it just ends at the credits. I mean, they didn't really show anything else what happened after that. It's like a cliffhanger moment. But the rest of the movie was pretty good. I mean, there's that one guy in the movie that was kind of a dick, but he then he then becomes better in the movie when he actually starts listening to Liam Neeson because his character in the movie knows a lot what happens with the wolves and stuff, and he's like trying to get these guys to survive, but they're being chased and hunted by the wolves, and they're just getting picked off one by one, and then they're trying to get out of the woods so the wolves won't chase them. I gotta say that movie is really good. It's hard to pick on what rating I would give it for because on Netflix that movie's rated like a 4 or 5 stars on Netflix. So I don't know. Can I give this movie a 9 or an 8 out of 10 because it's a really good movie. I'll say an 8 out of 10 because I really like that movie a lot. It's one of his best films, not the greatest ones, but the Taken ones he does a lot better in. And then finally, my last movie review I have is boom, Death Race 2 and Death Race with Jason Statham. Now these movies I watch a lot because I like all the Death Race movies. The third one was a lot better because it's the second chapter of the Death Race 2 movie. Well, it is part 2 because Death Race 2 goes to the beginning of the whole movie, how it all starts. And has, Luke Ross as Carl Lucas becomes Frankenstein, and then you have his pit crew, which is Katrina, List, and Goldberg. And then you have the other Death Race movie with Jason Statham, how he has different people. So, it's kind of different. I mean, I like the Jason Statham one more because it has Jason Statham and has Trez Gibson as Machine Gun Joe. I mean, that movie has a lot of cool, better action, and it's more, it's like more epic. And plus, there's a lot of good comedy scenes in that one. There's only a few funny scenes in the second one, but really, my opinion, I go with this one because this one with Jason Statham in it makes the movie a lot better. This one with Carl Lucas in the second one, it's okay, but it's the beginning of how it all started, how they went from deathmatch with people fighting instead. A lot of people didn't like that part because, fighting is okay, but it's more better when you had cars and guns and shit to it. Makes it more better, and people killing people on the track. So that's why they came up with the idea of putting 9 prisoners, pretty much 9 prisoners, 9 cars into the movie, and they created Death Race for the prisoners to race each other, because they do this thing when pretty much you get 3 days of racing and you do 5 races. If you win all 5 of them, you get your freedom and you get to really get off the islands. So that's how they came up with the idea of Death Race, because they got nowhere with just people fighting, and that's how they lost all their views and stuff, and they couldn't get any better ideas, and that's how they figured out, what if we combine the two with racing and the prisoners, and we came up with Death Race. They did that idea for the third movie, which they kept that idea in the third movie, which is the one with Jason Statham in it. They kept all that, and instead they just added Jason Statham in the movie for him to be Frankenstein, because they continued where they left off, and after the second one, and then the third one came out, it came out in 2013, which was 2 years ago. I gotta admit, it was an okay movie. It's a lot different from the other two, because that one takes place in a desert, in Africa, which is one of the hottest hot, yeah, pretty much it's like the hottest countries ever, and yeah, that movie's like insane. I mean, there's a lot of like racing out in the desert, they're being chased by these other people that try to shoot them, and they added like a twist to the movie, like if you win, you die. If you lose, you live. I mean, that just changes the whole subject to the whole death race thing. I mean, if you win races, you get your freedom, but if you lose, you get to stay there or die. But I guess the third one doesn't really care for that thing anymore, so they changed the whole scheme to the movie and just made it different. But they still kept Frankenstein. It's just they chose different vehicles for racing in the desert. I don't know. That one was okay. I mean, it's really hard to do a rating for those three movies, but I gotta say the Death Race with Jason Statham in it and Trez Gibson deserves a 9.5 out of 10 because that one was a good movie. I'll give the Death Race 2 an 8 out of 10. It was good, but not as more action than that other one. And plus, the Death Race 3, I give that a 7 out of 10. It was decent, but I wish they didn't really need to change anything about the story and stuff in the movie. I mean, they kept the characters from the second Death Race movie, but they added some new characters that they didn't really have much of saying in the movie, but whatever. They design the movies, they make them. I'm just giving my honest opinion about them, but other than that, I still like the Killing Season and the Grey movie. Those are my two favorite movies out of this movie review that I like. Because they're both good survival movies, and I think those two are pretty good. The Death Race movies, I watch those like a lot. Usually I watch it with my friends because we're bored, we don't really do much, so we just watch those movies and just have fun with them. So, I mean, like I said, I bought this movie at Walmart for $7.50. I mean, I used to have these movies before, but ever since I went to Job Corps, I lost all my three Death Race movies, so I'm trying to find the third one again so I can have that trilogy back. So I'm still gonna keep these ones. Yeah, I mean, that's it for my movie review for today. Tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna be giving my honest opinions on the 5 Resident Evil movies, which I have right here. Yeah, I mean, I really like the Resident Evil movies, but I don't know. Some of them are good. I mean, these two, Resident Evil Retribution and Afterlife, are okay, but the other three movies in this one, Resident Evil and Resident Evil Apocalypse, which is right there, and then of course Resident Evil Extinction. That one was okay, but not as good. I mean, the third Resident Evil movie was fine, but it wasn't as entertaining as the other two ones. Resident Evil and Resident Evil Apocalypse are my two favorite ones out of the whole trilogy. Afterlife was okay, but they really didn't need to add Chris Redfield in it. I mean, it would make sense if they added Claire Redfield because she was in the third movie. But then they made Wesker, and that's when they started to lose the idea of the Resident Evil franchise with the games and stuff. They tried to make the characters look like them, and they did a really horrible, shitty idea in the fifth one when they added 3 other new characters in the movie, and then they added the other 3 original people, well, 2 of the original people from the first movie, and they added Carlos again, and because he was in the other 2 Resident Evil movies, the third one, which was Resident Evil Extinction and Resident Evil Afterlife, but, not Afterlife, the Apocalypse, but Yeah, they brought him back in the Retribution one. I'm like, really? Shouldn't those three guys be dead? Why would the hell they bring him back or make a copy of him? What the hell are these idiots doing? I mean, I like just the other two Resident Evil movies by themselves. The other three movies deserve to just die. I mean, the third one was boring as shit. Nothing much happens. The only good scene at the end of the movie I liked was the boss battle between Alice and that mutated creature guy. I liked that at the end of the movie. Everything else was just too boring. Then you had the fourth one, which was a little bit good. I mean, I did like the awesome battle with Wesker and Claire and Chris Redfield and Alice. That was the best scene of the movie I liked. The rest of it was just kind of boring, didn't care. Yeah, the Axe guy scene was okay. They could have done a lot better with that one, but that was a good scene, but the rest of the movie just seems dumb. Like, none of it matches up with the game. They tried to have Wesker and Chris Redfield look like the characters in the game, but they still messed up again, so. I don't know, that movie's okay, but eh. Then the fifth one, don't even get me started on that one, because I'm just gonna say what I think about that movie tomorrow, because between you and me, I hate that movie so much. It deserves to just. It deserves to freaking die. And hopefully, the sixth movie of Resident Evil will be the last, because I am not seeing any more from that trilogy. I am done. None of it makes sense. I just like the video games. That's all I like. The movies were okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna give my opinion on that tomorrow, because I don't know. I hate the Resident Evil movies so much. They don't make sense anymore. I just enjoy playing the games. But anyways, yeah, that's me doing my movie review. I mean, you can comment below of what you guys think of all the four movies I just said, like The Grey and Killing Season and Death Race 2 and Death Race. I mean, you guys can comment below, see what you like about those movies or what you thought of those movies and how you would rate it. I mean, comment below, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos I made and stuff. I mean, for all my subscribers, check out my videos, like what you see, and comment below of anything that you like, and I'll be doing more movie reviews sometime next week. Actually, yeah, next week I'll be doing my next movie review for the Dragonheart movies, because I want to get those done pretty soon, because I like all three of the movies. I haven't seen the third one yet, but it looks pretty good. The other two ones I liked more, so that's all I have to say about that, and yeah, pretty soon I'll be doing more funny videos again, so you guys can just check out that, and oh yeah, I'll be doing more ghost hunting next month, so be on the watch for that, because second or third week of May, I'm going to be starting to do my ghost hunt in Bowdoin, Maine, which I'm trying to see if my team can do it on the third week of May, so I'll see how that goes. Anyways, this is James Rutledge. I am signing off on this video. And like I said, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any other movie ideas I should do, just, comment down below on my link and just tell me what other movies you want me to do, and I'll see if I can make them. Alright? Bye.